What's up, y'all? This your boy Markey Chukes with the Markey Chukes Show, and today we decided to discuss fire safety. It's around that season, it's Christmas time. We have a lot of fires going on and whatnot, and we just trying to inform you guys so everybody can stay safe and do the right thing around this Christmas season. At any case, I'm at the Lima Fire Department, and I'm with Warren Pugsley of the fire department. Warren, tell us some things we can do to stay. I got a question to ask. Fire detectors.
Oh, smoke detectors.
Smoke detectors. How often should they be checked?
They should be checked every month. You want to check them every month. Pick a day, if it's your birthday, that day every month, or first of the month, or whatever. You should press that button to make sure they're working every month.
Okay.
The battery should be changed every 6 months, or twice a year.
Okay. So I have a question. If I'm renting, is it my responsibility for the smoke detector or the landlord's responsibility?
It's the landlord's responsibility to put them in,
okay,
but it's the tenant's responsibility to maintain them. So
okay,
as far as changing batteries,
okay,
hear the battery beeping, don't call the landlord.
Okay, so if you move in an apartment and you don't have a smoke detector, you need to get with your landlord immediately, and he know what the deal is, right?
Right.
Okay. So been having a lot of fires already earlier this season. Tell us some of the things that's been going on and what can people do to prevent. So I heard we were talking in the back about some grease fires, a couple of grease fires you guys have had in like the last month or so.
This is just that time. I mean, as soon as it gets colder, people cook more at home instead of, hanging out, barbecuing, doing so much running that you're eating a little bit more fast food. You're doing a lot less running now.
Right.
You got kids involved in school and activities, and so you got less time. So a lot of people are cooking and not paying attention.
Okay.
Cooking, thinking that they're a professional.
Running to the store.
Yeah. They're at the store. I'm gonna just run and pick, so and so up from school or practice or whatever.
Or got the kids watching.
Yeah, just turn that stuff off, and don't assume that because you have a teenager, that you can leave it in their hands, because if an emergency arises, they might not, really be prepared for that. So
yeah, and they got so many distractions right now with the video games and the computers or something like that.
Yeah,
you might
you think they're watching the food, they in there on Facebook,
right, right, and you're
out smoking.
But I mean, we're laughing and joking about it, but this is a very serious issue right here, because
honestly, part of that laughter is what we have as a defense mechanism,
right?
Because the tragedies that we've seen, it's like you almost keep, just to keep from going crazy with it, you almost build up that laughter sense, like,
right,
man, I can't believe they did that, because otherwise you'd be stressing out.
Yeah.
As many times as we've had a fire death around this season, the holiday season, especially a young person, there was one that I wasn't on, but it bothered me for a good, 3-4 weeks, and I didn't see nothing. I wasn't there at all.
Right.
But it was the fact that it was a baby, around Christmas time, and I was just like, wow. And the fire started on a Christmas tree. You know what I mean? I'm just sitting there like, wow.
Right.
Something that could have been prevented. That's the thing that bothers us the most, when it can be prevented, and somebody's just careless. You know what I mean? Or sometimes you're not careless, you just don't know. That's why you here, right? Matter of fact.
That's what I mean. We put it out there.
We
like
put it out there.
You know what I'm saying? Because people don't watch the Lima news. I'm gonna be real about it. I don't watch it that much.
Right.
And I just happened to be going past, I guess that's Channel 3, and I saw you and Chris talking about something.
Channel 2.
Channel 2, and saw you and Chris talking about some things, and it popped in my mind. It's that season, because we both had a friend who died around this time, the day after Christmas. And I thought it would be good business to do something like this now. So
prevention instead.
Prevention. So you won't have to go through that.
Right.
But in any case, where can I did this would it be smart to have a fire extinguisher in my home?
Extremely. When you think about this, think about every business in this community wants to take care of their stuff. They want to minimize any kind of damage.
Right.
And every business has a fire extinguisher.
Right.
So every house should have something more valuable than these businesses.
Right.
So those businesses, insurance is going to replace papers and building and all that kind of stuff.
Right.
In your house, you have your family or your own life. You should have a fire extinguisher.
So where can I go buy a fire extinguisher? I mean,
Lowe's, Menards, Walmart, any place like that.
Okay.
You know, $20.
okay.
$20 in the last 5 years. So we talking $4 a year.
Right, right. Because I mean, we were also talking, we were doing a lot of talking in the back, and I was telling you I saw something on Channel 2 about there was a program that you guys have for kids to play with matches. Yeah, because when I was little, I'm gonna be honest about it, and I know that there are kids out here, and that's how stuff starts. You know what I'm saying? Little situations like that. Now, who would I contact, or how would if I got a firebug at the house? Who would I contact?
You call us here at the fire department. We'll
Okay.
put you in touch with whoever, because on a different shift, there's 24-hour shifts.
Okay.
So each day is a different group of people.
Okay.
So each shift has somebody on that team. So there's not a day where you'll come and say, oh, you got to wait until this person get back from vacation.
Okay.
You know what I mean? There's always going to be somebody that's on that team that can help you. And I'm like you. I was 6 years old, messing around with the little lighter, just thinking I'm doing something high, and I'm gonna start a fire in the attic,
Right.
and got my butt whooped. So I figured I never again wanted to start a fire.
Yeah.
So the butt whooping thing worked.
Right.
So my son was 9 and he started the fire. I handled that.
Yeah.
He ain't done anything since. So.
But I mean, you never forget that feeling. You never forget that feeling. I remember, I was playing with matches, and I was up under my mom and dad's bed, and you know how you got that sheared, and you can see the frame of the bed right through that sheared. Yeah. I'm up under there for some dumb reason playing, and all of a sudden that stuff just lit. And I'm throwing water all on the bed.
It's immediate fear, because you realize you can't control it.
Exactly.
And there's a lot of people, that's why arsonists, they think they can control it, because even when you sit there and watch it, like it does some tricky stuff.
Right.
You know, when you're looking at a fire, and that's where kids get mesmerized and they start wanting to see that more often.
Right.
Not understanding this is not something that you can just control.
Right.
So the big thing is a lot of kids it happens accidentally, and other kids it happens by association. You got that kid that has no guidance. He out there starting fires, and you start hanging with him, and next thing you know, you rolling with him.
Yeah, y'all done burned out somebody's garage.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's almost. I know a lot of people that have been in certain situations like that. So it's almost something common that, as a youth, we would be amazed with fire and the things that it can do, because we ain't always learn yet. But fire is to be respected, and you know what I'm saying. You cannot play with that.
When you think about all the things your parents teach you,
right?
That's not really one of them.
Right.
That's when you learn after the fact, after you done something. You know what I mean? My mom at the time, she smoked cigarettes. She'd have the lighter, the matches sitting out, you know what I mean? Right. She never said nothing about it, just assuming that we wouldn't touch it because it wasn't ours.
Right.
But as a kid,
you're
gonna touch the stuff that you watch it on TV.
Yeah.
You want to imitate everything you see on TV, so.
I myself, I was the one, light the candles. I light them, I light the candles, I light the candles. But, that's another issue.
Right.
But, and I've suppressed that.
Right.
But at the same time, we laughing, but it's a nervous laugh, because
it can be a real problem.
Exactly.
It can be a real problem.
A tragic, you know what I'm saying? And it could hurt a lot of people.
We had an arsonist that was a teenager, and he was in our neighborhood at the time. Right over here on South Elizabeth. He, burnt a garage, and there was another garage, and but there was always stuff that was abandoned.
Right.
You know what I mean? But even when a firefighter responds, that firefighter's life is in danger.
Exactly.
He could potentially get hurt, even if it's not a scenario where you got to rescue somebody. Even if it's an abandoned house or just a garage, you don't know, if there's a propane gas tank in that garage, or if anything's in there. So.
Right.
Definitely don't want people just starting fires.
Right. So check those smoke detectors. You can go to Lowe's, Walmart, where else?
Lowe's, Walmart, Menards.
Okay.
Any of those kind of places.
You can buy a fire extinguisher, no excuse. Man, that's my announcement for the day. Like I always say, y'all have a good day. Y'all be safe. Love one another. Peace. Say peace, man.
Peace.